March 8, 2014. Kuala Lumpur International Airport. A Boeing 777 sits on the tarmac, a silent giant under the harsh, flickering lights of the terminal. Inside the cockpit, the glow of the flight instruments cuts through the shadows. Everything appears routine, yet the atmosphere feels heavy with an unspoken foreboding. At 12:41 a.m., the aircraft descends into a void-like black sky, leaving behind trails of vapor that look like jagged hand-drawn ink lines. Crossing the South China Sea, the flight progresses normally. On the radar, it's just a steady pulse moving toward its destination. Then, the final words. Good night. Malaysian 3-7-0. Single quotes. A calm farewell delivered at 1:19 a.m. It was the last time the world would hear from the cockpit. Seconds later, the transponder was manually switched off. On the radar screens, the green icon stuttered and dissolved into a chaotic mess of digital static. But the plane didn't just vanish. Military radar caught a sudden, sharp left turn, cutting back across the Malay Peninsula in total electronic silence. In Beijing, the silence became a scream. Families huddled under cold streetlights, their silhouettes etched in the noir gravity of a nightmare unfolding. At military outposts, operators stared at mysterious pings on their screens, their faces half hidden by deep shadows as they realized a ghost was flying. The plane flew on for 7 long hours, a phantom over the vast, dark expanse of the Indian Ocean, isolated in a world without answers. The vacuum of knowledge was filled by theories. Was it a deliberate act by the pilot? Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah remains a central mystery. Half-masked in shadow, his intentions remain locked away. Was this a masterfully executed plan, or was he a victim of a technical catastrophe? Or was it the hypoxia theory? A slow loss of cabin pressure, with frost forming on the windows as the lights flickered and dimmed. In this gritty vision, the passengers drift into a permanent sleep while the plane flies on autopilot until the fuel finally runs dry. Then there is the hijack theory. Mysterious figures lurking in the avionics bay beneath the cockpit floor, illuminated only by a single flashlight beam. Sabotage from within, hiding from global radar while steering the massive vessel toward its final, watery destination in the southern reaches. Months turned into years, then a sign. A lone piece of debris, a flaperon, washed up on Reunion Island, white foam against black sand. A collage of official reports and fragmented satellite data began to mount, each piece of the puzzle more confusing than the last. Deep below the waves, underwater drones descend into the absolute abyss of the southern Indian Ocean, searching the floor for the plane's remains. The plane's silhouette eventually disappears into a thick, suffocating ink fog. The truth remains just out of reach, buried in the deep. 12 years later, we are still searching. The flame of hope flickers, a single candle against the vast dark mystery of Flight MH370.